I will send you a whisper. Challenge one ready. You may get a fair amount of chances tonight. Alright, need to remember a proper deck. Dungeon always begins with this. I'm gonna keep this. This is a little bit of a risky do-nothing hand. We have some setup here, though. I'll leave the chat up here for a second, just in case I can lure anybody in from the general channel, or they have questions. Dread Botanist was a good find here. Alright, we'll close the general channel for now. Rock Slider is going to be problematic when the charges start coming. Ooh, I forgot to put a counter on that. Let's not make that mistake again here. Is that gonna count in hand? Yep. Boom. Dread Botanist is dead. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Let's not forfeit all the value. Time to butcher Rock Slider. And might as well at least use the resources to get out another Dread Factory, although those are a long way from being fully charged up. Freebooter with nothing to stun. Okay, I really don't need a third Dread Factory. But let's get rid of that. Make some more Dreadlings. Sacrifice them to get Dread Factory number 1 online. So I don't really feel like the dreadlings, this makes are going to be worth attacking right now. Might just try to keep feeding into more. That only hit troops. Yes, that only hits troops. Oh, find me a threat, please. Alright, now if Burly Botanist lives, we have a thing that can block. I want my ticker before it goes back in my hand. So many dreadlings, but it's probably going to be too late. This is the most potential dreadlings I've ever had on a per turn basis. Oh, come on. Well, now we're just dead because we can't block 3 troops next turn. Ah, we don't even get to... Oh. Got defeated. Alright, time to bring up the map. Crashing from the caffeine earlier today. Alright, so where are we going from here? Room 2, 3, 4, or 5. Going to 4. Alright, so we're going to be assaulting Pillar 1 then. It'll be 4, 6, 15, 19 the rest of the way. Alright, go ahead and... ready when you are... Pipit Room 4, that was the one. Alright, this is good. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 plays. This is a very old life gain, bro. Needs updating. Alright, nothing in the way. Might as well swing in for a point. Pass it back over. Mesa Totemus just gets played straight here. Ooh, another arena regular. Guarantees there will be a block on the Totemist at least. Because otherwise that is a ton of damage to be taken. I should probably extend the art on these babies. I got the dust for it. Frostheart tomorrow. Somehow I have to focus on getting work done like an adult. Thornweaver, alright, into Lava Shaper. Okay. Pops the thing that gets me life. Yeah, these are scarier for the combo enabling. Just go ahead and take one off the board. Let's see here. It might have been worth swinging with one of those. Alright, what kind of... No. You know what? You can have it. Troop would be fantastic here. A troop is the thing we wish to draw. Target troop gets +2/+2 this turn, gain 2 health. Yeah, that only costs 2 charges. Let's do it. Seven, got there, overextended. where's my thing? I've got to debut this. We are the Dungeon Master. We have won! We have defeated our enemy. Alright, bye, Quarry Head. GG's, Goliath. I will update the prize list accordingly. And so into the pool we add a Cyclone Shaper. Okay. Yep, so I'm going to give it a little bit. Here we'll jump into the Frost Ring for a match or two. And if there are no new challengers, then you will have completed your cooldown and will be eligible to play again. Not sure where everybody went tonight. Besides you, none of the other regulars are around from what I can tell. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are more HEX streams up now than there have been lately, and I'm sure everybody in the world who has ever streamed HEX is going to come back from the woodwork to start streaming HEX again tomorrow. Yeah, they're probably waiting for Frostheart. Makes me wonder if how much action there will be next week too. If people want to play next week, or if most folks are going to be like in the I want to crack all the packs and play Frostheart limited mode. We shall see. I will be playing Frostheart extensively over the 4th of July weekend, since thankfully it's out, and I will have time to do so. And so once I have kind of more of a basic collection of the commons and uncommons, and have a bit of a feel for them, then I will start designing the dungeon that will succeed this one once all the pillars have fallen here. I'm kind of glad this dungeon has lasted as long as it has, just because I wanted the next dungeon to be included once we got to Frostheart spoiler season. Alright, let's burn your plan. Do some damage, get a few more cards. Oh yeah, we're on a roll. Matriarch of Flames into Shard. Next. Wildroot Dancer's got nothing on us. Six Wrathwood Master Moss. What? Hey, you got there. Wait, that's completely irrelevant. 3, 6, 7, 8. Ugh, Zarlox, it is your last day of life. Zarlox is so much easier when faced earlier than later. Doesn't make Tarantulas, I don't think, until later. It's just Spider Spawn at this phase, I think. And we get an arena brawler in play. Arena brawler that do nothing, 2 cost, 3/1 that is being reprinted in Frostheart. My troops got swang, but they got no booty. All the 3/1s. Actually, you know what? Wolverine is stronger right in this positioning. Flame Guard can stop 1 troop from blocking. They probably can't play more than 1 troop on 3. Web of Death. Destroy target non-venom troop, then bury the top 5 cards. Well, it was a nice thought. Oh! Well, that sucks. Alright, we're gonna 2-for-1 ourselves here, but let's get rid of a Tarantula. This can't be interrupted. Draw 2 cards, bury the top 10. Oh no! Alright, vomit cards on the table. Swing for all you got. Might still get this. You take away all my best toys. I think that is still lethal. Just got there, but it was a close thing. What are there in a treat? Frost Ring Arena runs in progress. I should probably just save and withdraw at the end of the night. Alright, so that was 2 matches. We'll call that your cooldown. Goliath, and if you want to start another run, you can challenge me when ready.
He broke his snare. You want me to change your snare, sir?
It's no good to me dead.
Hey guys, if we're stopping for a minute, I'm gonna go take a leak, if that's cool.
Really, dude? Who set
Make sure I don't accidentally mute myself, too. Different deck this time. Keep this. So we got all our thresholds in a good place here. Gonna go double blood so Strangle's online because we don't have Anything that requires a wild threshold for a few more turns. Bone Walker. Take a wild threshold. Strangle that before that gets even worse. Swing for 2. Keep forgetting to put the AA strangles in the stack. That one's 5/5. No. Alright, that'll cover. May let the Dreadling through, does not let the Dreadling through. Runs the risk that I could strangle that baby. I can't. Howling Brave. And Chlorophilia getting the wild ramp down. Lixil can chump everything. Actually, I don't think Lixil can chump Dreadlings. Because it's shardless. That might be the one thing it can't stop. Oh, that's gonna be devastating. Rage 2, Steadfast, Swift Strike, Flight. I think we're pretty dead if we don't find an answer for that quickly. Those are big, and yeah, we're really in trouble. Really in super, mega, ultra, Godzilla, lots of trouble. Don't think it matters. Take a blood just to even things out. Swings for 8. Oh, and there's another one. Ha! As if to mock us, because that is still going to be lethal. So before we die, let's give her all she's got. block, block. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, this isn't lethal. If this is blocked even remotely correctly, that's not lethal. Yep, didn't get there. First deck is down. I'm gonna pull up the map since we're taking a different path through this time. Alright, so which path are we taking this time? 2, 3, or 5. Going to 5. Alright, send me a challenge when you're ready. Stow the map. First, and let's see if we can... Yep, this is good. Turn 2, turn 3. A little bit of future down the road. Time to get the Bushi train rolling. Such determination, much Bushi. Oh, this is just curving great. 3 into turn 4. Get that Arendelle Monk down there. Okay, that is a Feed the Flames target. Before it gets any bigger. Hit it while we can. Both serviceable, neither a bomb. Event of Saboteur. This is going to be a 3-2 flight. There won't be any elves in that deck. This is a 3-3 Swift Striker. Alright, trying to ramp up. Decree of Banishing probably hits the Arendelle Monk before it gets Spell Shield. Yep. That was your last chance. 3/2 flyer, pass back. Alright, Bushi probably goes in the box here. Yep, Bushi's gone. And out comes a 5/5 Bonewalker. No, I'm gonna do it this way. So now we have lethal in the air, potentially. Nope, just kidding. I think that's lethal with the crush. The Dungeon Master has struck again! Bwahahaha. GG's again, Goliath. Having fun with... I had to go through all the effort of... I had to kind of pull that out, and I learned how to make pictures with transparent backgrounds today. Because I would like to try to turn that into a channel emote, if I can figure out a nice way to make Princess Corey actually look decent emote size. I may have to use different art, but if I can get away with that and HEX TCG approves it, then that's what that's what I'd like to use. Alright, and the pool grows to 7 Scars of War boosters. I better make sure I'm still good for that. I think so. Yeah, I have 20 Scars of War boosters. I'm good for that. Okay. So we'll do a couple more Frost Ring games. And I have Goliath in the queue for a 3rd attempt. What is... I forget what Blood Sphinx gimmick is. Put target action from your crypt into your hand. Alright. There's no troops here. Much better. I do love Ruby aggro, especially against AI, because AI can't get salty and mad about it. So it's like, I'm just gonna burn you to the ground. Okay, since this is the Dungeon Masters of Entrath build, this isn't even the nastiest version of this deck that could be made. Swing out with the troops that can. Crushing Blow's not a bad find. What are you trying to do? Create a random... Oh no, you can't do that. So much rather you kill the Wolvir Basher than a Matriarch of Flames. 4, 5, 6, 7.
I will finish.
Probably they're probably dead next turn. Correction. Oh, yeah, they're still dead. There's 3. There's 3. Ballistics expert, you're up. This is fine. 2 shards, a way to get the anarchist out and to help draw some cards from there. I don't like you. I think you set up a combo. I can't remember, but you're dead. Alright. What do you have at 3? Yeah, that could be a pain in the butt. Be gone with you. So that now has Steel's Window. Oh, yeah, that you can just. Okay, that has to go. Oh, that. Oh, oh my God. Sad times. So I gotta use it or lose it. So get rid of that. Do it that way. No! Okay, so that only kills one of them, but it's one less thing. This is turning into more of a slug match than I had anticipated. But good news, the electrodes are turned off now. Might be able to get there. Feels good now. 5, 7. There, got it. Yeah, it turned into a little bit more of a fight. Alright. So we'll save and quit after 2. And, Goliath, you can send me a challenge when you're ready. I'm going to get up and refill my glass of water. So I will be right back in a minute. But I'll be back before the challenge expires, so I'm ready for you when you are. Alright, Goliath's 3rd attempt at the dungeon tonight. Whoops, illegal deck. Not a single turn was played. Doesn't count. You didn't see it. Nothing happened. Don't worry about it. So just wait for the appropriate deck to be selected. And then we will roll. This is insanely expensive, but we'll roll with this. And hope that this deck can find something along the way. Get a text from my friend. Hope your stream is going well. Looking forward to seeing it. You shall see it on YouTube in a few days. Alright, so we have the ability to kill things. Keeps it fresh for me too. Alright, so that may get butchered just because it's going to keep getting bigger, likely in the face of conscription. And really all I can do is take things out at this point until we find a playable thing to advance the board. Alright, so they want to be a flying conscription machine. Oh god. I do not have a troop to scrounge yet. So literally, okay, so another turn of swatting things away. I don't want to strangle that. There's going to be more dangerous things to strangle. Oh no, it begins. Bishop Elijah would bring that back. So let's hit that one. Oh, that makes it too big. It was a trap. I don't even have a character. Dud draws are dud. What? When Zarlog's the ruler, it deals damage to an opposing champion. Bury the top 3 cards of their deck. Summon a spider spawn for each troop buried this way. What? Well, that's an old school bomb right now. We're super dead. Nerfing it down to a 4/6 does nothing. Doesn't really change the board state much. I don't even remember its existence. Set 1. Shards of Fate. Okay. 10-8 Empowered Split Skull Gladiator. On a scale of 1 to dead. Well, that's lethal right there. They just wanted to show it off. Alright, so the question now is, where are we going this time? First round it was to room 4 first, second round it was to room 5. Do we revisit one of those two, or are we going to rooms 2 or 3? We're going to 2! 3 different decks, 3 different directions. Alright, send me a challenge when you're ready. And I know which one that is. is Pipit number 6. I've seen this one enough. This is Fiona Honeyfinch, Flying Troops. A little slow but acceptable. 2 Cloud Shapers, a Spellstorm Gargoyle to build into. Turn 2. And I guess those turn on 2 and 3. Spellstorm Gargoyle maybe turn 4. Mesa Caretaker. So I actually kind of want Flock of Seagulls on turn 2. Because they can just chump anything. They're susceptible to voids. Goliathus has shown multiple ways to take troops off the table that would get around Flock of Seagull's weakness. Or around its strength, I should say. Flock of Seagulls is also set 1, Shards of Fates. This is a very old card. So it'll just sit there and take the 1 point of damage. So I gotta try to get, I think, just get some more troops in front of this here. This is looking like it's gonna take a lot longer to build up than any kind of a threat than I would have wanted. Are you kidding me? Undying Weaver. Put this in your hand and lose 4 health. 5-4. All I can do is play out another Cloud Speaker. Alright. Alright, deck. I don't want to lose a Cloud Shaper yet. Oh, that's got to be in the deck by design. Oh my, wait, that's a rare. It's hard to tell, but that's nuts. That is nuts. Because it combos so perfectly with Mesa Caretaker. Jesus. There should be a link between the Blessed Scout and the... I see it. Thanks for showing me how to check that. That is nuts. And also means we're super dead. Yep. Okay. Well, it's nice to know that that's how you check for cheats. That was such a good hit. That was an amazing hit. So dead. Well, rip. We're Oh yeah, okay, there's a fourth shard. Way too late. We're not even gonna bother to block it. We did. 37 points of damage. Seems good. Alright, so here's the dungeon map again. That was room 2. So there is a decision to be made here, whether to go for room number 9 and take an assault for pillar 2, or go to pillar 6 and assault pillar number 1 up in room 19. So there's two different options here. This choice will lock in the remainder of the dungeon run. So that is what we are waiting on. Remember 9 is Ruby Aggro, which is bad. But want to see what's in Pillar 2. Okay, so 9. Alright. 9 it is! Can you be one of the brave few? Maybe one of the first to defeat that deck. Coach Flipron has just started watching. Hello. I like when you're friends with somebody, it gives you an in-chat notification, so you don't even have to look at the viewer list. That's handy. Alright. We're gonna go first, which is a very strong position to be in. This isn't the strongest hand. I think I might throw this away and see if we can do better. Alright, and now I'm just going to keep this because I'm stubborn and I don't want to lose more cards. So far we've only had one person challenge the dungeon tonight, and that's been Goliathus, who's now on their third attempt at it, but they have used a different deck every single time, and taken a different path through the dungeon every single time. So we have had variety on the show. Alright, so let's swing with L Bolt Spasm, because that's when they're going to get bigger and nastier. True, it can be brought back. Throw it on Flame Guard. I think Avatar Ruby's going down this time. If I can't find one of the bombs in here. Maybe should have played the Baby Yeti too. Okay, well, that gets through. So one more shard and we put out the Mama Yeti. So I probably want to play that before using a Benvolio charge power. I mean, this one charge from being brought back, so maybe this is a mistake. But I want to try to delay the conscript train. Okay, so that can't block this turn. One of the two Matriarch of Flames that are in this deck. That counts as bomb. Can't find a shard to back it up though. And Goliathus only has a single diamond threshold. Finds a Decree of Banishing, so no surprise, Matriarch of Flames is gone. It brings back the Droka Outcast, so must have some means of making it bigger here. Alright, so maybe I want you to be able to block. Because then you're eligible to die. Yeah, let me get Droka Outcast. Oh, that's a mistake if I play Baby Yeti. Mistakes have been made. No, Mama Yeti 3 for Mama Yeti still lives. Never mind. Alright, we only know one mode, which is Alpha Strike. And now next turn, Benvolio into something that hopefully makes a difference. But Sacred Stance is problematic. When you conscript troops you control and in your hand, get +1/+1. So, no swings. Alright, so this is actually going to work out. Swing with Mama. Could be walking into a trap. Alright, there's a conscription. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, so I'm going to take out the one that can make everything conscripted a flyer. And then we got to throw down both of the flame guards. But we're running out of gas. And that's more health in the bank for them. "4/4 Ridge Raider." So when it attacks, it gets flight. That's basically the only relevant thing about it right now. These are not gonna connect, so there's no reason to swing. And we'll sit on a burn. But this is the big... Oh no, another Sacred Stance. Crackling Bolt. Okay, so again, saving the burns. That's 3, that's 5 damage. We need to get to 8. I might just sit on these and hope to get there. Oh my god. Okay, so that's 8 in the air that nothing can be done about. That's 3. Oh my god. Wait, is that it? No. Do your math. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. That is not enough. Gotta... I'm gonna hold these. Actually gonna Crackling Bolt now. Because that way we have the resources that if another piece of removal like that is drawn, we have the resources to play them all. Alright, so that's 8. We have no choice. Gotta try to protect health. Yep, goes down to 2. One of us is dead. One of us is dead next turn. It depends entirely on what this draw is. Wolverine Basher doesn't change it. Let's freak him out. Freak him out. Get him down to 1. And play a Wolverine Basher. J/K didn't have it. So we're dead. That's a ton of damage crashing in. And Goliathus is 2 decks! 2 decks! From winning it all. So, Black Wolverine dies for the cause. But the outcome is not in doubt. That is 3 decks defeated, 2 decks remaining. So, Goliathus is locked into a path at this point, but for the sake of the other viewers at home, Goliathus has beaten rooms 1, 2, and 9 on this dungeon run and is now going to be playing encounter number 14, and from there 18, to knock out pillar number 2 of this dungeon, and if successful, wins the grand prize. The grand prize pool will be reset, and then that pillar will be knocked out of contention as a path players can take. And we'll reset the prize pool and start working on the other ones. Two decks remaining. I'm not sure anybody's made it this far down this path before. So this one is the Avatar of Blood. So we go from Mono Ruby straight into Mono Blood. And if he makes it to the final boss is just going to be silly. I can work with this. Dread Botanist into Relentless Zombie into Corrupt Harvester. So we have consistent plays. Takahiro is mean though. Takahiro, sacrifice a troop, draw a card, gain some health. We have some Relentless Zombies that we can sacrifice into that, or Dreadlings. We have means of pulling it up. Which also creates some scrounge fuel for Death's Head Rider. Scrounge 2, each opposing champion sacrifices a troop. Although we don't really want to scrounge the zombies, because then they're just gone. Alright, this is a risk, but I've seen no combat tricks from that deck, so we'll do that. Two Blessed Scouts. Oh boy, that Droka Outcast is gonna get big. Alright, you're more used to me dead. Kill is really less good in this particular matchup, just because the things that want to kill are gonna come back. I think I sit on kill for one of the things that can't be brought back. And I'll just throw out a zombie as a chump blocker for now. Decree of Banishing. Zombie or Botanist? Zombie. Dang it, Zombie doesn't get to die for the cause. Okay, Pupil of Creation kind of qualifies as a miss as far as these things go. Corrupt Harvester is going to be good. 3/3 life drain. And now we have... That's going to be 2 troops in the crypt, so Death's Head Rider can force something to be momentarily removed from the table. Valor onto a Blessed Scout. That's going to protect it from being on both of them, so that puts them out of reach of being summarily killed by Corrupt Harvester. Alright. We'll block 1. Take a net 3 damage. That's a lot of troops. God, when you start conscripting that fast, it's like you don't even care about having to lose some things, because yeah, lose a troop, well, you're gonna get 2 more. So whatever. That monstrosity keeps getting bigger. Can get killed, would be brought back. So I'm not sure what the... I'm not sure there's a good way around this. Mesa Caretaker's actually been doing more work than I tend to give that card credit for. tend to not think it's very good, but it has been making a lot of valors. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage if left unchecked. Alright. Block that and block that. I hate losing troops. This is probably the beginning of the end. Sacred Stance pretty much guarantees it's over. Hero Fall. Utility of Hero Fall as one of our AI only cards. Still limited in this matchup, but I'm gonna hit the biggest, slap the biggest threat with it. Take the other ones out of the deck, even though that can still get brought back. There are no extinctions in here. There are no full board sweeps in this. Fairly certain of that. So that conscript army pretty much is... Alright, stop the biggest thing we can stop. It's pretty much guaranteed defeat. Yep, we're dead. Unless there's a board sweep I forgot I put in here. Stalagmage. Oof. Yep, that changes nothing. So let's be petty and kill a couple things on our way out the door. There. Dungeon Master wants his small victories where he can have them. But it's gonna be... oh, we're dead. Yeah, they're resetting, did it? Alright. So with the path Goliathus has chosen here, I expect this boss battle to be hilarious. Final battle... Hype. One deck to go. It's been a while since somebody made it to one of the 4 final bosses. Wing Spear, what is up? You are just in time to watch Goliathus fight one of the 3 remaining final bosses. Predicting conscript mirror. You would be correct when I said this would be hilarious. Yeah, this is fine. Turn 1. Conscript actions from there. Are you ready to do some maths? Because I feel like we're going to have to do some maths on how strong troops are, when and how things may get buffed up. See one, play one. Block me, I dare you. Cerulean High Counselor was such a whiff. Put target troop with cost less than or equal to this troop's cost from your hand into play. Put this into your hand, it gets cost +1. So you can put a 1-drop into your play, and it's basically a way to... I've never understood the point of this card. Basically, it's a 1-cost 2/3, and that's going to be kind of it for us. Uh-oh, Sacred Stance. That is going to change the math. It's great for the new Onis, I suppose, maybe cheat things out. Does the threshold matter? I don't know that the threshold matters. I like Prestidigitator as a hit. It's a 3/2 body for 2, and it's going to give us a 1-cost action. Living Factory, target troop gets at the start of your turn summon a Dreadling. Okay, that... In this matchup, I'd file that as a dud. I don't think a Dreadling a turn is going to do much. Decree of Banishing probably hits our Ardroka Outcast. Alright, so we can Decree of Banishing right back on a troop. I think it waits. Swing with Preston. And do Call of the Deepwood. I'm feeling Ardent. Royal Enforcer, 3/5 Spell Shield. Do you have Trial of Totems? Otherwise, this looks exactly like my conscript. I do think there are a couple Trial of Totems in here as an AI-only card. Probably 2, maybe 3. It's not a 4 of in here. So since this has Spell Shield, I'm going to go ahead and put the Living Factory on that. Decree of Banishing the Blessed Scout because it's terrifying. Swinging with these two. Go ahead and play Eager Lackey. Ooh, Shade Stalker to shift unblockable onto something. That could be great. And bring the... So, Legionnaire of Gwaine, this deals 1 damage to all opposing champions and troops for each card that inspired it. It's a 5/5, but that ability is not going to be relevant here. Alright. Yes, bring that to Justice. I feel like we just got this, we got the setup going faster this time. 3, 4, that's 5. Eager Lackey. We could bring Preston back for lulz. bring Preston back for lulz. Gemborn Prowler. Alright, so actually can't push, could push through a point of damage now. Oh, we got this. We got this. Shadestalker. Shift onto Royal Falconer equals 3 points of unblockable damage. I found it. Woo, that was close. We have won! We are the champions! GG's, Goliath. Nobody... You are the first person to make it to that final boss since this dungeon went live. So that is commendable. As a matter of fact, you might have been the first person to take out the avatar of Ruby. People have struggled on that particular path. So we're gonna update the prize pool again, and into the prize pool, which you can see by typing !prizes. We're going to add a Siege Engine Gemini. You will eat him this time, though. Wingspear, does that mean you are ready and wish to challenge the dungeon? If so, you would be up. But your wife is wanting to... Okay, so I get... No, that sounds like you may have other commitments then. One sec. Alright, we shall see. And I want to take a look at my calendar here real quick. Wife always wins against dungeons. That is true. No amount of aggro I can ever throw at you digitally would ever compete with what wife aggro can do standing right next to you. I rate into utter insignificance by comparison. But so yeah, tomorrow I work Thursday and Friday. Frostheart comes out on Thursday, but then I have Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be streaming for about another hour. It's not going to be a late night because I need to wake up early. I'm going to try to go into the office early tomorrow, get as much done as I can, because around 4 o'clock, if the servers are live, I am flying out of the dungeon, well, yeah, work is kind of a dungeon. I'll be flying home to start playing some Frostheart. Okay, we'll be back in 15 or 20. Alright. You work in a dungeon. No, it's too well lit to be a dungeon, but sometimes it can feel that way when I do auto insurance. I handle car claims all day, and I deal with some angry people from time to time, and I'm absolutely overworked lately, so despite being very well lit, it can sometimes feel like a dungeon. Nobody beat the boss while you're gone. Well, to stay traditional to the themed cooldown of the night, because we always do have to have it. I always want a couple matches of something between people's dungeon runs, just so that an entire stream is not just one person challenging the dungeon over and over and over again. Although Goliath has done a very good job of keeping things interesting by using a different deck every time. Alright, Goliath will re-queue. And we're going to continue our farewell run of the Frost Ring Arena under the old OG configuration, so that Goliath is eligible again. And if there's anybody else who wishes to challenge the dungeon and is not challenged at all tonight, please let me know. If you have any questions about Dungeon Masters of Entrath and how it all works, let me know. You can also type !rules to look at the rules for the show and how things work in print form to review at your leisure. And let's see here, I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off for the 4th of July holiday, so I've got 4 days in a row. Yeah, I would imagine it's pretty dark. What time is it for you? I would imagine it's pretty late. I will probably be doing as much Hex streaming as I can over the weekend, just to try to help build up a following a little bit and keep building up my collection of cards so that I have things ready for the next dungeon. Oh, hey, look at me, Trick of Flames. Seems good. Just gonna nuke that so that all of the damage gets through. There we go. Alright. So, since we're so close to a boss, I'm gonna go through this boss on the arena. And then Goliath, you'll be up again. Oh, this is so close to being good. I'm gonna risk. It just needs one shard to do all the things. See, every time I get greedy like that, I'm punished. Should learn. Don't be greedy. Flame Guard next. I'm so happy you swung with that. Stargazer's annoying though. Soothing Breeze, gain some health, sure. Opponent gain, oh, that was part of the dungeon challenge, alright. Let's go ahead and burn you. Swing with both of you. Crushing blow. You know, Budget Ruby aggro works pretty well against the old school. Oh, that was kind of a mistake. I could have burned that, but it can't block. Alright, so this isn't a really old card. What does it do? When this attacks, the next time target troop you control would be dealt damage. Prevent it. Nah. Denied. Yeah, I know you're gonna turn into a thing that can gain health. but alright, so health gain definitely frustrates aggro here. I hope the patch improves the AI thought process a little bit, because I don't know why you would swing in with that into what you have coming at you the next turn. I mean, you did 1 point of damage so that you could eat. I'm just gonna nuke you because reasons. Because no, you're eating 7 on the flip side. These are, when you play a resource, gain 3 health. I mean, maybe you just really don't care about your health total because... I don't know. No, Wolvere. Man, 4th shard Baby Yeti and this would be over by now. Yeah, that's alright, it's done now. I think I'll actually stop before the boss so that Goliath you can get in, and then we'll have time for we should have time for Wing Spear if they come back. In time, so save and quit. Alright, Goliath. Round 4. Fight! Go ahead and send me a challenge when you are ready. Prize list. 7 currently. 7 Scars of War boosters. 29,000 gold. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 singleton rare cards. Okay. That's fine. Well then, if you need a minute to finish your deck, then I will go back and do the Frostring Arena. And we'll fight Uzume. Alright, going to risk and keep this. Flame Guard has some crushing blow support. Matrix of Flames can be coming. Shinhair, you list just when another Shinhair dies, this gets +1/+1. Crushing Blow. Crackling Bolt. Don't want that Eulogist getting bigger than we can kill. Kishimoto, at the start of your turn, another target troop you control gets +2/+2. And can't be targeted by Flame Guard. And I misplayed into the... so I lost a point of buff. plays on 5. Well, glad I played the charge power when I did. Whatever you think you're killing, you're not going to kill. And I think we got this boss fight in the bag. Nori, Spell Shield. Has +1 for each Shinhair in your crypt. And gets a Death's Head Rider. What if I don't want you to have that? So the Spell Shield is super annoying. But I think full swing here is still the play. Because now that a lot of Shinhair would have to come down to gum up the board for this not to be lethal. Oh, it doesn't even matter. 3 in the face. 2 in the face. Boss defeated. Alright. Perfect tier. Save and quit. Alright, Goliath. Ready for you again. Let me know if you do still need more time to prepare. You're ready. Alright, send me a challenge then when you are ready. I'm ready, just in case you need a fresh... Just in case you need a fresh Whisper for some reason. Alright, and... Alright, here we go. We are rocking Marshal Josephina this time. Okay, 4 shards, 2 of each kind, some removal, some setup. I think this works. Ooh, we're going sockets this time. Sentry of Nulzon. Your socketed troops have cost -1. Okay, alter. So this is probably Shoku's Garden into Shoku's Garden unless something more interesting comes up. anything to be worried about. Another altar. Oh man, card advantage. That's going to be some... The longer this match goes on, the crazier that card advantage is going to get. The Shogu's Gardens are going to help buy us time with the continuous passive health gain. Royal Diplomat. Rage 1 and can't be blocked with troops with power less than this troop's power. That's a nice combo. Be a shame if we butchered it. Oh, it's so lame to have nothing to do on 4. This might be a little loose, but let's get rid of your discount. And then gain some more health off of Dreadlings. So deal 2, gain 6. Immediately get the discount back. Oh, I can't butcher that because it doesn't exhaust. Two cards drawn off of Grimskull Tactician being played from 2 altars. So these are flight. Yep, those are flight. So those cannot be stopped. Neither can that, because that's going to be too large. So those are some problems. Six Weeping Banshee that also can't be blocked by troops with less than that's power. Dominating board state. You control and in your crypt. So we can remove a few threats off the board. Deal a modest amount of damage, but the amount of pain coming in is going to overwhelm the Dreadling health gain rather quickly. So that's 12 damage. Oh, and the Burly Botanist gets voided. So we have nothing. Wow, that card draw engine is substantial. Make some Dreadlings. Now, here's not really a point to using the charge power. because they still have 3 blockers that would survive. Gain 6 health. If not for the gardens, I think we'd already be dead. Kill on... Oh, double kill. Double kill. Wow. Socket power. Woo! Wild shard. Really socked it to me. I know, terrible pun. Alright, let's bring up the dungeon map. What is our path of destiny this time? Same pillar as last time, go in a different direction. We're going to 3. We are taking a different tack this time. So it's going to be 3, 8, 17, and 21 the rest of the way here. Okay. I got him. I know what we're playing. Oh, you... Alright, we're good. Pip it 12. Pip it 12. You ready for some Chaos Touched hype? This is a deck I can't wait to revisit with some of the new Cult of the Nameless City cards. So I'm going to sit on the Chronic Madness, because I would like to play Ezrafang Decree to get first to get some Spiderling eggs in there, and then Chronic Madness to help fish them out. Which is also why I'm going to wait on the charge power. I think Nin the Shadow could potentially have a resurgence in Immortal if Cult of the Nameless City ends up having a strong Immortal format toolbox. Alright, so Ezrafang Decree first. And now we'll start fishing for at least some of those Spiderling eggs, now that we have some buried treasure in there to try to dig out. Alright, so another Octh is kind of a bummer. Frostbite stuns a couple troops. Time Ripple, put target troop in its controller's hand. Let's play some Chronic Madness. Wow, we have almost all of our Spiderling eggs already. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Wait on the stun, that's quick. It doesn't have to be now. And do it now. Twilight Revenant. That's a good target for Time Ripple. Alright, let's peel a couple more cards off the top. Swing for 4. And since this is also a quick action, we can wait until their turn and see what they want to do with it here. I was hoping to find a way to get a little more value off of that, but no, nothing played. And now next turn, on their turn, we can slap those with a stun. We still have the resources for that. Lunacy, quick action, bury the top 5 cards. So we don't have to play anything on our actual turn. Instead, deal 4, pass it on. Slap you for 5 more cards. We should be taking this opportunity to learn what's in the deck. So Spiritbound Vikars, other socketed troops have +1/+1. Mosh Pit Gladiators, there's some kills. Weeping Banshees. Yeah, before you go to combat, I'm just going to slap you with the no button on those. Another Sentry of Gul'zan. 10, oof, 10/10 Swift Strike. That's pretty strong. Decree of Banishing is coming down on us for a spider. Alright, so that does not have Spell Shield. Important thing to note. It'd be nice to Alright, so Winter Moon wants to dirtle around and basically avoid taking damage and drawing cards long enough to find those to seal the deal. Alright, so it's Oracle Song for some cards. More shards. Not really what we needed. So slow shard's gonna go. Yuck, Twilight that Revenant, gross. Yeah, Star Touch Watchers also pretty worthless on decks that are happy to just fly right over the top. Just put these back in the deck. Try to get that Winter Moon engine rolling. Now, Shard Ward would stop both of those, because they both have some diamond in them. So we're going to Shard Ward and say, I don't want to get hit by diamond. What is up, Wingspear? Welcome back. Alright, so need to draw something of more substance than (5/1) Swift Strike. Alright, I'm gonna just empower this. Throw that out so we've got a 0/8 butt to at least deal with that Mosh Pit Gladiator. So many shards. Like at this point, there are Demented Demolishers in here to break all of the shards in the deck to try to make it easier to find. Oh, I didn't think that through. That's 13 damage. That's super bad. So there's our first sliver of the Immortal Spear. So there's the whole point. Create one and put it in the deck. Probably gonna have to lullaby here to stay alive. It's gonna require a lot of creativity to not die before this long in the tooth combo goes off. Alright, lullaby. So we're not dead. Let's put our protections back in the deck. Play a shard. Try to find something so that we don't die. Alright. Try once again to find something so that we don't die. Can't play it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cannot play it though. because otherwise I don't have the resources up for Shard Ward. Ultimate to Demolisher, pay 3, sacrifice this, void all resources from your deck, which would get us down to just the dirtling stuff that tries to prevent us from being killed, and the Shards of the Immortal Spear. Alright, stop blood. No! But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Alright. Wintermoon, Jank does not hold the line. 2 rooms remain. So that was room 8. And we're now going into room 17 on the dungeon map. And then finally, pillar 3 is room 21. So we're just waiting on Wingspear's challenge, and then we'll see if either of these two decks have what it takes to beat the Socket Onslaught. Valors versus Sockets. This hand hungers for Ruby, but I'm going to keep it. Heart of Embers here if we find a couple. Probably by the time we get there, Banner's online to deliver on-demand Valors per turn. Fire Strike is absolutely not what I wanted to see. I will take a Ruby Threshold, please. Alright, that wasn't it. Take my courtesy point of damage while I can. We're going to have the resources to bring to justice a more serious threat or chastise something. So we've got removal. It's by time, and thank you. There is the much needed Ruby. Swing for a point of damage. And throw down Ardent Officer. When this attacks, Ardent troops you control get +1 or 2/1. So that swings as a 4/3. And we're not afraid of Twilight Revenant, because that will be voided. Swinging for 7. Two pieces of removal in hand. 1 Ruby Threshold. Oh no, another Twilight Revenant immediately. So we could deal 4 damage to target opposing troop. They then have to pay 6 to make it invincible. Doesn't seem worth, because then it to get it back rather quickly. I think the play is just to hold here for a minute, and if one of these aren't removed, yeah, if you swing, they only lose 3, so it's not, and I lose a body. So double kill would be bad here. Okay, the Revenant does swing. And another Revenant. Oh! 3 early, and I cannot find a double. Chastise and Pyre Strike are worthless on those. So if we find a second Ruby Threshold, Heart of Embers can start pinging things. But the value of the pinging is debatable. Good shot. Okay, Rage 1 in all zones. That's the thing I can hit. What I got to do for a second Ruby Threshold. So the hope is, I guess, to deal damage faster than we take it. It's an uncomfortable position to be in. Or put them low enough that Goliathus doesn't want to give up 6 life to save one of those. Because Chastise now, it's like, okay, do you want to keep it or do you want to give up 6 health? Would all come back on the backswing next turn though, so I don't think it's worth doing that, taking that line right now. These might sit back to block now. Heart of the Embers is just like, tag me in, coach, tag me in! And it does create a Valor by itself, too. So Goliathus has 2 cards in hand, 7 resources, so probably enough to play one or both of them. Kills would be devastatingly bad for us right now. The fact that they haven't come down yet probably means they're not there. So hard decisions have to be made about swing in for 6 and gain 6, or hold to protect yourself. Both of these can be buffed up. This definitely becomes a math problem. Alright, now we're going to have a little bit of clarity. It's Weeping Banshee that comes out. There's a 3/3, can't be blocked by things with power under 3. now, next question is there a swing here? No, does not risk the swing. Still can't get a double ruby to save my life. So let's go ahead and chastise that then to get that off the board. Valor that. So when these swing, these both get 2. So they'd be 4, 5. Ashwood Firebrand. Let's just spread threat around to the maximum possible degree here. That is a huge life ask to make those invincible. So that's 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I think that's dang near lethal on his face. Yeah, they have to go. And the health gain keeps them alive. For a turn. So this could be a win without any rares being used out of this deck. Double teams one of the Ardent Officers. 7 to sacrifice it to give it invincible. Is there a? Yeah, the math was not right there. I don't think, because you lost 6, and then you gain back. It really didn't make much of a difference, I don't think, in that outcome. It would have been a difference of 1 turn. So GG's and Wing Spear. I would normally be done around this time, but I will hang out a little bit longer so that you can have 1 run tonight. And then after that, I'm going to need to call it a night and get some sleep so that I can try to get into the office and get enough work done that I can come home early in the afternoon and play some Frostheart without worrying that I'm about to get fired for it. Was just testing if I could suicide by doing that. Yeah, you probably can, especially if you do it on both. It's a new deck for me, so may die first turn, huh? Alright. So 31,000 gold is where we stand in the grand prize pool now. Right, and Sash. Whisper, Wing, Spear. Challenge me when ready. Alright, I'm going to turn off the notification here because this is our last run for the night. Let's see how this new deck from Wing Spear handles. Room 1. Alright, let's do this! This is a little sketchy, but we'll keep Lady Mariko. 4 resources, summon a Mending Manor. So this is going to be a deck that wants to gain health. And Stargazer. Pay 1 in diamond, exhaust, gain 2 health. Probably the route I'm going to guess that that card is being played for. Oh, Dread Botanist costs 2 sil. You can't play that right now. What are you thinking? Ooh, draw a card, then choose and discard a card. Gives up a diamond. Alright, let's get this wild threshold out of the way. Get the Dread Botanist out there. Next turn, you can start feeding the Dread Factory. Actually, it might be better. It's probably better to throw down the Probe War Pair, actually, and then do Dread Factory. Tri-Shard established. Alright, Mesa Totemist is probably one of the problem children of that deck. Gain health, this gets +3 attack and swift strike. That can make sure that health is gained every single turn. Probably let that swing the first time for free and butcher it. Don't risk the Probe War Pair. Look, now there is 2 of them. Alright, so that would make that a 4/4 Swift Striker, so that would not connect. That is not basic. So that could be played on our turn when we swing in, and that is an important thing to be mindful of. Alright, so Dread Factory. Dread Apprentice. Into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instantly completed Dread Factory. Okay, and I'm not going to swing into a pair of 4/4 Swift Strikers. Gains a charge, so Mending Banner is going to be out. Which now, again, is another method of... Okay, that's at the start of your turn. Ivory Pawn. Ooh, that's going to add up fast. That doesn't cost anything. So that makes them 4. That makes them 7 attack each. I'm actually gonna give up one of these right now. So now they're 4. Exhaust the Stargazer, and they're 7. So we're gonna take 7 damage instead of 14. Okay, Butcher, one of those. No! Stones can interrupt target action targeting a troop you control. Just kidding. Well, that changes everything. I was gonna Alpha Strike and just take 1. Crackback. Oh, that's a dead turn. Golly. 4, 7, 10... 13 for first strikers each. Yeah, there's... So basically, unless we see something else, this deck lives or dies by Mesa Totemist. Or at least it has in this case. That is devastatingly good when you can stack them up like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use the charge power just for funsies, because I don't see this match going our way. Deal 6, deal 3 more through the bulky on the way out. Because both of those have to be blocked. just gain all the health. What's the out? No, that's not an out. We are dead. I'm not even gonna bother blocking because the outcome is not in doubt. So we're just gonna skip. Alright, and I'm gonna pull up the dungeon map here. So Wing Spear cleared room 1 and now has the choice of rooms 2, 3, 4, or 5 as to what course they wish to take through the dungeon. There are 4 final bosses in this dungeon. Defeating any of the final bosses awards the grand prize, and then the grand prize gets reset. Alright, so we are going for 2. Remove the map here. So 1 of the 4 final bosses has been defeated. 3 of the 3 bosses remain until the dungeon is fully cleared. going for 2. Don't have a flight versus life gain. Yep, and you, as a reminder, you are allowed to change your deck between every single match in the dungeon, as long as all of your decks meet the rules. And the current rules are Immortal format, common and uncommon cards only, no rares, no legendaries, but the Dungeon Master can cheat, and in these decks you will find some rare and legendary cards to fill in the role of AI only cards and kind of provide a little bit more of a challenge. Alright, so this is that one. Dedicated viewers who have been watching this dungeon for a while and tuning in weekly by now know what pretty much every single one of these those rooms is, and so can be building decks to counter what each thing is going to be trying to do. Alright, this is a little risk just for threshold reasons, but am going to keep it. We'll start with a Sapphire Shard, so if we draw another one, Thunderbirds are go on turn 2. Oh, so the prize pool's been growing for a while. We've had this dungeon is like the if you watch Ninja Warrior, which also goes by the Japanese name Sasuke. This dungeon has kind of felt like that. Lots of people show up, throw down, challenge the dungeon, whiff on an obstacle, and so the prize pool keeps on growing. But I'm perfectly okay with that. It means I don't have to build dungeons quite as often. It means the prize pool grows pretty nice in size, and it means if you knock out one of the final bosses and win the grand prize, you feel like a badass, like you accomplished something because it took a lot of effort to get there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play Air Superiority now and try to dig in for some more damage. Well, I have a troop that can do that. So I'm fairly certain Wing Spear's build here is going to have lots of Vine Lashes and Turbulences and what have you to take out flyers, because they know what this deck does. Alright, so that will be Spell Shield on another Wild Threshold. So third threshold would be delightful. If I had to make a guess on where Wing Spear would go after this, it would be returning to room 9, the Avatar of Ruby with the health gain deck, and trying to get revenge. So Cloud Speaker cannot swing. Stern Infinitor has Flight and Swift Strike. Go ahead and throw down the Infinitor. It'll be a 3/2 Swift Striker, so that can hold either of those in check. Threw away the Wakuna coin. Plays another shard. At 5, probably has enough to play just about anything in that deck. Diamond's favor to make us lose air superiority. Yep, air superiority is gone. swinging for 4. And I want to get the Thunderbird Rage Machine going. Drop these two. Gale Force would just wreck right now. Have left myself very wide open for that one. There! Speak the name of the devil and it shall find you. Gale Force. Rip. Come prepared. Get the results you want. Alright, time to attempt to rebuild. Turbulence. Alright, yep, we're dead. Dead there. This deck is very, 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 very vulnerable to that kind of technology. Another Deepwood Droka. We'll nerf that to try to buy some time. But unfortunately have nothing threatening on the board right now. Surprise for troops that like conscript that nothing with conscript has been hit yet. Alright, time ripple hit not worth on the Droka. Can't hit the Deepwood Drokas. So we'll take another 2 here. Third Deepwood Droka. Anything that gets conscripted is going to have all the spell shield. And running shards is not helping rebuild a board here. It's nothing to do but pass. Just as I'm thinking, like, where's the conscript stuff? Yeah, I swear this is a conscript deck. Lies. Alright, so that's 7 damage, so we're on a 2-turn clock. Well, we're dead next turn. Just running shards. Alright. We're actually not dead next turn. Because we can time ripple away that. We have 1 time ripple target. Comes the Droka again, as if nothing happened. Cloudburner won't change anything. Skip all my phases. Gale Force just to be just to be him the dungeon master. Alright, that is 2 down. Like I said, I'm predicting Wingspear wants revenge on the Avatar of Ruby and says 9. But let's see. I could be wrong. Okay. So from here we have options 6 or 9 as the 2 possible paths. That deck is very mean against flight. It is well equipped to take out that encounter. That is for darn sure. Alright. So are we heading south to room 9? Going 9 because of course see a 5th time is the charm. Alright. I kind of predicted that's where you'd go. Let's do it. Avatar of Ruby is ready when you are. Avatar of Ruby. I'll know very quickly if I accidentally picked the wrong deck, because obviously it needs to be Benvolio. Yeah, this'll do. 2 Wolvir Bashers, a Matriarch of Flames, and a Mama Yeti. Pretty strong. But can it burn through continuous life gain? Ooh. Alright, so Psychotic Anarchist just might... Oh, shh! Okay, just kidding. Well, it's Wolvir Basher because I skipped past combat. Just kidding. Well, that's immediately problematic. Because that's just going to keep getting bigger. Psychotic Anarchist is not going to connect. I might be willing to trade these. Not taking that bait. Okay. I had to try. I think that would have been worth it.
My master.
Alright, so let's throw down Psychotic Anarchist. Swing for the hills. Totem Trap. Oh, our lovely mistress falls to a common trap. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Fireball that right now before it's too late. Would have been a strong case of immediate regret if another troop had come into play and that was allowed to get outside of killing spell range. Alright, must take one.